Hitchhiking is the art of catching a lift from a stranger by merely using your thumb. Widely used by grandparents to get to and from a place. But it has now become a dying trend with more and more people owning their own cars and less people willing to trust a stranger. So we're challenging ourselves to hitchhike from the most southern point of the UK, which is Land's End, to the most northern point of the UK. But we have to do it with only the things that we have in our backpacks, within a 7-day period, and relying on the kindness of other people to get there. And this is my granddad, the reason why we're doing this challenge. He loved to hitchhike when he was younger and travel across the UK. So this is where we start our adventure, at Land's End. We're here at Land's End, furthest point to the south, and then we're going to be heading, I think it's like 1,200 miles all the way up north to Scotland. Land's End's there, and these are our first steps. We took the scenic route, and on the way we spotted 2 seals, an old Coast Guard shack, refueled on blackberries, and attempted our first hitchhike. And not before long, we got our first one after about 15 minutes. Don't fall back! Thank you so much. What's your name, sorry?
Lindy.
This is Lindy, and she'll be the first lift of our trip. We spoke about how she used to love hitchhiking around this area and moved here years later. She also taught us about sea life in the nearby area, including the seals we had just seen along the coast.
A lot of people make a mistake. They see a baby on the land and they go, "Oh God, it's got to be rescued."
Oh yeah, they have
9 times out of 10, the mother's just out in the bay watching, but the little ones needed to come up for a rest because they can't digest their food in the water.
All right, let's bring it home.
See, I told you we could do this.
So we just basically got picked up by a lady called Lindy. Where literally, I had my thumb out for like 5-10 minutes, and then I literally go to put it down. Danny goes to put his thumb up for like 4 seconds, and then this lady like Lindy picked us up. So she's dropped us off in Penzance, and then now we're gonna go and try and find a field that she recommended to us, where we're allowed to kind of like tuck away, right next to kind of like a campsite, but we don't have to repay. So yeah, thank you Lindy if you're watching this, you're a G. But first, we decided to have a beer on the beach and cheers to Grandad and the start of our journey. We were unable to find Lindy's recommendation, so instead we had to settle with a sketchy farmer's field. Right here, yeah?
I guess so.
Cool. Right, let's get this fucking tents and shit out. We set up the tent in this sketchy field, had some unreal food.
This is unreal.
Then we bedded down for the night.
Is that your first mouthful?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good at that. You didn't sleep at all.
It took me a while.
It was the church going off every literally like hour.
Yeah, it just took me a little while to get to sleep.
That's our first night.
Yeah, he's got the cardboard and the Sharpie. W-H-E-R-E.
Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Fucking had dyslexia. How's that look?
It's beautiful.
That's definitely how you spell anywhere, right?
It is, yeah.
We got up early and felt motivated. Our goal today was easy, to hitchhike towards Bristol. We found a nearby bus stop and didn't have to wait long for Sue and Rebecca to pick us up. It was interesting to hear them speak, as they often picked up hitchhikers, and Sue, like our granddad, often hitchhiked when she was younger. Where is it you used to hitchhike, Sue?
All over the place.
All over?
All over Cornwall, because I used to hitchhike quite a bit with my sisters.
Yeah. Did you used to get picked up quite a lot back then? Or?
Oh yeah, always got picked up. There was usually maybe 3 or 4 of us and they'd pick us out.
I don't even know where we are. Groats? We're near Bodmin.
Should we go fill water?
Yeah, we should.
And stuff?
Yeah, let's go get some water. They then dropped us to a nearby petrol station where we fueled up. What? We tried to hitchhike on a roundabout but didn't have much luck. We changed locations to another spot and even tried changing tactics and asking lorry drivers for lifts. Another hour went by and we finally got picked up by some Irish lads. Now, although we didn't talk too much, we were grateful as they'd driven us an hour and a half north, which was the longest trip we'd had so far. We're chilling. Bro, that's so good. I mean, I'm pretty happy where we are, but if we can get up to like Bristol sort of way, then we're doing well. We decided we needed some food, so we walked to a nearby Tesco, fueled up and got straight back to hitchhiking, as we weren't currently making up enough miles to hit our 7-day target. We waited about half an hour before Harriet came along, who would be our saving grace because she had done the same trip before and advised us to hitchhike a train.
By getting the train from here to Temple Meads, when you get to Temple Meads, you'll be the other side of the page.
Shout out to Harriet because this would be some of the best advice that we'd get all trip. So, right now, we just got out of the car with Harriet and we're gonna try and basically jump the train. But we're gonna speak to not the conductor first, but the guy that gets off the train. So yeah, that's the next step right now. After our first failed attempt, we called the train company.
But we were wondering whether or not there's a possibility that we could get on GWR up until like Bristol Temple Meads or like Birmingham way.
They had told us it was the choice of the train manager. With this, we waited until the second train arrived to try again. Our luck improved from our last attempt, as this guy here, Adam, recognised me and allowed us to get on the train.
So apparently,
We just got from, what's it called, Yatton?
Yatta.
We got from Yatton and the guy recognised us, so he's letting us go from Yatton to Bristol Temple Meads without charging us. So hopefully, and I'm going to speak to him again and see whether or not he'll let us go up to Birmingham, but I feel like that must be a bit of a touch with us. But right now, Bristol Temple Meads is locked in. We got off the train at Bristol and thanked Adam. After speaking to a few of the train workers, they pointed us in the direction of Jamie, who was an absolute legend, and let us straight on.
No way! Jamie's just sorted us out. Bro, this is coming so fast.
So basically, we've gone from Bristol, and now we're going to Birmingham. Shout out Jamie for giving us a free ticket. Legend. Once we got to Birmingham, we just found a hotel and passed out for the night. The next morning, we headed to the train station, but we met with rejection after rejection until we managed to get a lift to Leicester. If you've ever hitchhiked before, you will understand. After being rejected so many times, you just want to get moving. But it doesn't always work in your favour, and in this instance, it didn't. So we've currently got to Leicester from Birmingham, which is kind of like out the way, and then we just asked the one lady if we could get on the train, but she was like, no, because there was like I don't really know, a ticket enforcer or something, I'm not really 100%. And then but she said keep trying because you'll definitely get on, just not on that one because there was a guy on there checking stuff. So on to the next one. So after another failed attempt and the door closing on us, we met this station worker who we talked to and asked us why we were doing this. We explained that the previous month our Grandad had passed away and that we were raising money for a charity called the North Devon Hospice because they aided with my Grandad towards the end of his life. Now back to being rejected.
We personally can't do it.
Yeah.
But they will give it to you if it's for charity.
Yeah. So frustrating. I hate being told no. It irritates me. If someone came up to me and I was a train guy and they were like, yo, we're doing this, I'd be like, come aboard, first class, have it all. If you don't ask, you don't get. After trying for a couple of hours, our luck started looking up. We were let on from Leicester to Chesterfield, Chesterfield to Sheffield, and finally Sheffield to Newcastle. We've currently got to Newcastle from Brum, and our next stop hopefully is going to go to Edinburgh. In Newcastle we were met by rejection. It's kind of frustrating. Another rejection until we met this guy who said finally after 3 rejections Neil let us on and we were finally heading to Edinburgh. So we're just currently on the train heading from Newcastle to Edinburgh, and tomorrow is just a full day of hitchhiking. We made it! Okay, now I don't actually know where to go, so... In Edinburgh, as beautiful as it was, it didn't boast many areas to camp, so we decided to stay in this hostel and get a good night's sleep. Walking through Edinburgh was one of our favourite places of the trip so far, as it had a lot of history to show. We then stopped off for lunch and shortly after went back to hitchhiking, where we caught one of our sketchiest lifts of the trip.
You! He'd be waiting here for years.
We're just trying to get over the bridge. Yeah, I'll get in the back. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Fasten seatbelt. Yeah, sit down. We were at Land's End 4 days ago. We're trying to go to John O'Groat for charity. Apparently we're going to go
side of the bridge, because otherwise we have no way of getting out. Like, it's a moving vehicle, they could literally take us anywhere right now, and we're done. So, if you don't hear from us, hopefully the charity raises enough money for Grandad and the North Devon Hospice, and then someone can do a charity for us.
Oh, legend! Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Enjoy your journey, boys. Greg.
Greg, nice to meet you, Greg. What's your name? Danny. Connor. Appreciate it. Cheers, boys. Appreciate it. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Let's go. Like, I wasn't worried because I was checking the maps, but I'm fairly sure they said, oh, we'll let you off straight off the other side. And then when I checked the maps, we were way further than the other side, and I was like, okay, this is game over now. I was like, we're gonna get taken. But the only problem is with that is we wouldn't even have been able to like get out, because if the car's moving, I don't even know if you can open it from the inside. And then if you could and it's still moving, what are you gonna do? Jump out? Regardless, the boys pulled through. What is it? Greg and Connor?
Greg and Connor.
They pulled through, sorted this out. So thank you, Greg and Connor, if you ever see this, legends. More north. Does that work? But when you say more north, because we're already north, so we want to be more north than here.
I think people realise that if you've got a sign saying north, then you're more north of here. Not, you're already in the north, Ged.
Yeah, but they might think you're in north, kid, and then I go more north. After establishing that, we managed to get a short lift to some nearby services, which is where we met David. He was incredibly kind and talked about his hitchhiking days.
In the 60s and 70s, I went all the way to Turkey hitchhiking.
Turkey? No way!
And the thing it taught me was that right across Europe to Turkey, people were ridiculously kind.
We're grateful for David's stories and the lift he gave us from Kinross to Perth. We are in Perth, which we never thought we'd get to. Whilst we're in Perth, we wanted to find a place to camp. So we hiked up a mountain and found a king's table, some incredible views and a castle. We then went looking and found this place to pitch up our tent. So here we have a quintessential property in the heart of a 12-acre woods. Come to my porch. Just through here, we have the main room, living room, kitchen, dining room, the hall, not the bathroom, that's out here. And if you're very lucky, you'll survive the night and the tree won't fall on top of you. This property is going up for sale for £69.99. The lease on it is slightly illegal. If you're caught, you moved off the property. That's it. Ground rent is nil, and the property comes as you see it. Yes. After we set up camp, we made some food and just went to sleep. It's cold. I've got it all down my face. So, I've now realised why people don't own camping forests. Last night, after like 20 minutes of sleeping, one of these trees over here fell. Actually, it might be that one over there. It looks fresh. It flipping fell, and I had the biggest thump in my whole entire life. And I was like, if that lands on us tonight, we're dead. Bear in mind, look at that tree over there. It's literally like me on a Saturday night. It's on the piss. That's a bad idea. That's all I can say. But silver lining, we did see a red squirrel this morning. I've never seen one before. After a cold night's sleep, we headed back into Perth to get some breakfast. So we've just come back from the Footeast and gone to Co-op. Got some food, and now we're just chilling by the riverside, gonna eat breakfast, and then we're gonna head over to the dual carriageway, wait on the roundabout for an hour or two, see if we can hitch a lift, and then if we can't, then we'll probably go to the train station and then do the whole same thing again, see if we can hitch a lift there. That's it. Here we have a potato scone. They're kind of like uncooked with pancakes. Like if you left the pancake out for like 2 or 3 hours on the side, so you cooked it and it got really cold.
Score out of 10?
3. Good 3 out of 10 that is. After a disappointing breakfast, we headed to the motorway to hitchhike a lift, but failed, so we decided to change plan. So we tried hitchhiking from Perth to Inverness from the A9, but we were unable to flag someone down, and we waited there for like half an hour, 45 minutes. So now we're going to head back into Perth and see whether or not we can try and flag either a bus or a train, and then see what happens from there. After some back and forth with the bus driver, we managed to get on board, which took us all the way up to Inverness. Once we arrived at Inverness, we waited and got some food before attempting our last lift of the journey. Why would we switch to city here? It's good, they're giving us the all clear, it's our last bus. This is our last one as well. We've been travelling for like 5 days now, so we are literally on our last bus to get there. We're in Inverness and we're going to be like 7 hours away from John o' Groats. That's not good. So basically the guy was just like, right, get off here, John o' Groats is 13 miles up that way. Super helpful, because the next spot that we were going to go to is apparently like 15 or 16 miles. But the only thing is, we were planning on like camping on a beach near there, and right now we're just like in the middle of nowhere. So looks like we're going to have to find a new spot and regather our thoughts and do something else. Let's go! Woo! We are f***ed.
Whoa!
Bro, see, look, I told you I was doing it, Moo. Moo! See how they're all running? Hello, hello, Moo. Moo! You alright, Mum? Yeah, good, how are you? It's literally getting dark right now. We're like against the clock again. Love you, Mandria. Bye, 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 bye. We only had 45 minutes of light left, so we started getting pretty desperate to set up camp. I don't know what this stuff is, but... Oh, it's a graveyard. Oh, shit. We can't go there, that's well scary. So we found this field near the village and we set up camp.
Good morning, people. My hamstring hurts so much. I don't know if I can carry on the rest of the way. We have a 6 hour or 5 hour trek to get to John o' Groats from here. So, we've got to push through. No man get left behind. Unless Danny needs another big again. Then he can fuck off.
So we brushed our teeth, packed up camp and headed on our way, finally, to John o' Groats. From here we have approximately 5 to 6 hours to walk. So we took in the Scottish views and enjoyed the wildlife. We carried on walking until we bumped into these guys.
We're doing 30 mile a day for 31 days.
That's so cool. Alright, cheers boys, thank you, I'll shout you out.
Cheers, boys.
They're called the FTD Brothers and they're raising money for Alzheimer's. To follow their journey, head to their Instagram. Now back to walking as we don't have many miles left.
3 fucking miles.
Well, I think it's either Birmingham or like Perth. I think it's Perth. I was like, there's no way we can ever get up here. It's just so difficult. So I'm pretty proud of us. I mean, we're not quite there yet. We might fall over and bang our head in which case we don't make it. But if you do that, I'll just drag you.
Nice. Same.
Cool. John o' Groats, look, the sign right there. Can you see it from here? Can you see it? Let's go! With the end in sight, we decided to get a coffee and reflect on what we had done over the last 6 days. From camping in fields and forests to the list we tried to hitchhike and steps we had taken, we finally made it from Land's End to John o' Groats. I wanted to give a final cheers to you, Grandad. I hope you're proud and watching down. Oh my god, it's so windy though. Land's End to John o' Groats, baby! My leg is killing. I'm so happy. Yeah! Thank you so much for watching. We did approximately 1,200 miles crossing from the Land's End to John o' Groats. The reason we did it was to raise money for the North Devon Hospice, which supported my granddad up until the end of his life and also supported my nan 4 years ago towards the end of her life. Both unfortunately dying from cancer, so the charity means a lot to us because they helped out so much. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for watching, thank you for all the support, thank you for everyone that gave us lifts, hitchhiked, let us get on the train, let us get on the bus, and then everyone that donated as well, because we're currently at over £500, which is Crazy. And now to head home. And David, this one's for you.
The left-wing students in Germany would have a red sticker on their car, which meant they always gave lifts.
Oh yeah, and like and subscribe.